Hello and welcome. This is Plants vs. Zombies, one of the best games ever made, and this is how I got 100%. To get 100%, I had to go through many trials and tribulations. So thanks for joining this adventure. The game starts off simple, with only giving you one lane and enough sun to produce one pea shooter. You're then able to collect sun that falls from the sky, which allows you to produce more and more pea shooters in case the zombies overwhelm you. With my 3 pea shooters, I easily take down the first level of the zombies, giving way to one of the best plants ever made, the sunflower. This will produce as much sun as I need so I can keep making more zombie fighting plants. It ramps up in the next level though, giving way to 3 lanes. But I'm able to place many sunflowers to give me as much sun as I need, and pea shooters to defend my brains from the zombies. I easily take down the first zombies, and then a huge wave strikes. But my 7 pea shooters, 8, easily take it down, giving way to the cherry bomb. The cherry bomb is the first insta kill you get in the game. Then you get the walnut. The walnut allows zombies to eat and eat it, and then for a long time, so your pea shooters have plenty of time to take it down. As the final wave approaches, I set up a full barrier of walnuts. It's with 10 pea shooters, which will easily allow me to beat this level. I use a cherry bomb to explode as many as possible. Also now, all I gotta do is just wait for those pea shooters to finish off this conehead zombie. Which gives me the shovel. Oh, then we meet the best neighbor of all, Crazy Dave. He tells me to dig up these pea shooters and gives me a walnut because he's crazy. This is walnut bowling. Walnut bowling is pretty simple. I will be back to this later to get the achievement Knock Some Heads. After beating that, it gives me the potato mine. Planting the potato mine gives me my first achievement that I need. After that, I decide to get the Sunny Days achievement, and by planting a bunch of sunflowers and forcing this one zombie to consume walnut after walnut, I have to get to 8,000 sun, and then I can finally put him out of his misery. I sped it up for your viewing enjoyment, so we're not going to be sitting here for forever. After I get the Sunny Day achievement, I move on to level 7 of the first world, where I easily take down the zombies, giving way to my favorite plant of all time, Chomper, the best plant in the game. If you have any other things to say about that, that's your own opinion, but I love Chomper. And I think he is a great plant because of his quick cooldown and pretty cost efficient. I will be using him the entire game despite all the Chomper haters. On level 10, I get the cherry bomb achievement by blowing up 10 zombies with a single cherry bomb. It was pretty easy because they all grouped up because of my giant wall of walnuts. Every 10th level of the 5 worlds, you will get a conveyor belt level. It will just instantly put down plant after plant, and instead of you having to put down sunflowers and gather them up. These are the boss levels of the game. Final one that allows you to complete the world and move on to the next one. And with that, we're almost at the final wave. I root up some basic pea shooters to place down repeaters, which shoots 2 peas instead of 1. But they're double the cost, so I don't use them much during this run. You will see that I do use them more often at the end of the game. I like to try to keep my builds and everything, every level, like pretty symmetrical or in a pattern. But for these levels, you can't really do that, so I just let that go. Beating the 10th level gives me the Puff Shroom, a zero-cost mushroom. I don't really enjoy the night levels though, so I won't be talking much about them. Pretty much what you do is you place down sunflower. So I'm trying to get the No Fungus Among Us achievement. This is where you have to be a nighttime level with no mushrooms. It's pretty hard at first, but you gotta learn that try to lure the zombies as far as possible, but make sure you have enough time to place down a potato mine. I did have to sacrifice a poor lawnmower though, but after that, everything was a smooth sailing. I easily cleared this level and got the No Fungus Among Us achievement. Using my Legion of Chompers, I'm easily able to take down many a zombie. The reason I don't really care for the night levels is just because there's not really much to do there. Crazy Dave comes back and tells us about the game Whack-A-Zombie. It's pretty much just whack-a-mole, but it's with zombies. They spawn from their graves, and you gotta whack them with a mallet. It's quite simple, well really, so I easily cleared them. But as the levels progress, zombies will drop sun to give you Grave Eater so you can take down the graves that will pop up further in the lane. But as the levels progress, it does get harder, of course. So cone heads and bucket heads will even show up. See, right there, Air 1 shows up, so I need to grab some sun so I can place down a Grave Buster. See, look at that pesky bucket head trying to take my first lawnmower. I made a bad call there, because as soon as the wave hit, another grave popped up, which of course put a bucket head, which takes 3 hits instead of 2 or 1, like the cone head and the regular zombie. Beating this level gives me the Hypno Shroom. I then clear the rest of the levels in the nighttime mode, giving us the conveyor belt level, the 10th level. I easily use Freeze Shrooms, Scaredy Shrooms, Puff Shrooms, and Hypno Shrooms to take down zombie after zombie. These screen door zombies are very unique. They can only be damaged after the screen door is broken, which is really hard because it has the same, I'm pretty sure it's the same amount as Buckethead. So you want to use Puff Shrooms because their thing is piercing, so it goes through the screen door, hitting the zombie behind it. Footballs are another major zombie you might want to look out for. They're incredibly fast and annoying because they can just rip through your defenses. So many coins dropped during this level, I was able to get the Penny Pinchers achievement. It's where you have to grab 30 coins without letting a single one disappear in a single level. The Disco Zombie, my personal favorite zombie, shows up. But he's no match for my Hypno Shrooms, and I finish off the level with a giant Doom Shroom. Just kidding, because these zombies are persistent. They don't give up. You gotta give them that. Beating the 10th level gives me the Lily Pad. The Lily Pad will be essential for the third world. The third world, it takes you to your backyard. Takes you to your backyard. Alright, your backyard is very vulnerable to the zombies because you have a pool back there. So they take floaties and swim down your pool. This is why the lily pads are essential, so you can fight the zombies off because there's not many plants that can survive even water. Well, 100% water. I usually take down the first level with my with my boy Chomper. Are you still using the basic pea shooters? I then earn in the later levels how good Repeater is. But for being the first level, you get the Squash. The Squash is one of the best insta-kills in the game. After beating the 4th level of the 3rd world, you get the key to Crazy Dave's car. Crazy Dave's car was going to be very essential for the next few achievements. But right now, it's not super important, so I'll be back to it. So, as you can see, you can buy the 9th seed slot, so you can bring in more and more plants. So this is one of the funny little game modes there are. Every 5th level, you will be treated to a special mini-game level. These range from Whack-a-Zombie, as you saw, Face Breaker, and the small zombie ones. The main premise of this is just all the zombies are small. They're not really faster, they're just smaller now. But since it's conveyor belt level, it seems to only want to give me cherry bombs, which isn't really good because I need pew shooters right now. Because I want to save my cherry bombs for, when there's more dire situations. As it continues to give me more and more cherry bombs, I try and plant as much defense as possible. I do use a cherry bomb instantly on a football zombie because I know that could wreck my only pea shooter I have. Cutting to the end of the level, because we'd just be sitting here for a while, I was able to build a nice defense with pea shooters. I used my cherry bombs to take down the ones that were eating my lily pads and stuff, and seeing that my walnuts were endangered, I used another cherry bomb, leaving only one zombie left. Beating that zombie gives me the jalapeno. The jalapeno is pretty much an entire lane clear. You place it down, and it burns up all the zombies in that lane. Skipping to the 10th level, I'm able to make an incredible defense with 3 Peters, Torchwoods, and Tall Nuts. With the fiery peas being launched, I'm easily able to clear every single level. Now, little would I learn, spike weeds are actually really helpful in later levels. Because of all the zombonis coming down, since they instantly break them, they're very essential in later parts of the game. If only I knew that sooner. As I was mentioning earlier, I love symmetry, so that's why I changed some of this stuff. Now, the sea shroom. This brings you to one of my least favorite worlds, the nighttime pool world. I made a mistake. I just didn't record any of the nighttime pool levels. So, yeah, that's my bad, guys. Sorry about that. So, welcome to the roof. So you can't exactly use normal pea shooters on the certain places on the roof, because as you can see, there's a slant. So that's why we have cabbage poles, which is what plant you get at the end of the nighttime pool level. Well, of the world, I mean. So there's also an achievement here that I don't do now, but I do later. It's where you beat a roof level without using any catapults. So, of course, most people like to use starfruit because it's more cost effective. Well, I say screw that. I say, let's use my boy Chomper. Because, favorite plant and all that, only makes sense that I use him. But yep, so setting up a wall of walnuts, then with my cabbage poles, easily taking down this conehead zombie. The rest is pretty much a cinch. So at the end of the first level, you get the potted plant. The potted plant is essential for roof time levels. Because of there not being any fertilizer or soil on the ground, and there's like nowhere to place it. So you need them to so you can plant plants on top of the roof. See, the reason I skipped all the way to the end of the roof level is because there's not really much that happens on the roof. No new zombies, no new plants besides the kernel pulp, but that's it. Nothing super interesting. So I wanted to wrap up this section of the video, which is, just the beating of Zomboss. I do cut because it is a pretty lengthy battle. But yeah, so the method of that is just save your jalapenos in ice shrooms whenever he makes a molted ball or a fireball. An ice ball or a fireball, and it's pretty easy after that. Oh, of course. Now, here's the montage of all survival and other achievements I get throughout the playthrough. So, I start off with the minigame sections. Minigames are, you saw some of them earlier, like walnut bowling, whack a zombie, and all that fun stuff. Whenever you beat Zomboss himself, he drops the silver trophy. Now, there is an achievement to get the golden trophy, and you can only get that after beating all the survival levels. But then you get the Home Lawn Security Complete Adventure Mode. Then there is the banger credit song, but I wanted to save time, so I switched straight into minigames. First off is Zombotany. I didn't add all of them since there's 20 and that'd make the video super long. I don't want my videos to be incredibly long, but at a decent length. So I gather the trophy in 1 diamond. This is how I get most of my money throughout the playthrough, just the diamonds and stuff from other methods. Then I tried walnut bowling. I finally got the roll some heads achievement, and where you have to hit 5 zombies with a single walnut. So yep, as I finish this up, I just let the lawnmowers take care of everything pretty much, because I got the achievement. Then there's Bud Gould. Pretty much just Candy Crush, but with plants. So I got to get all 75 matches. Boom, there's the trophy. Then we start with slot machines, everybody's favorite thing, gambling. It's raining seeds. Now, raining seeds is kind of annoying because it's a nighttime pool level, as well as it just being random plants falling from the sky, which just ruins all forms of symmetry or patterns that you might try to get. So I'm glad I got it over with at the beginning, because I don't really like having an unneat field, unlike somebody. Then we start with Invisigool. I want you to guess what the gimmick of this level is. After I defeat the last zombies with one last squash, I get the trophy, and we move on to the next one. The next achievement is Seeing Stars. Pretty much all you gotta do is get a bunch of star fruit and put it into the shape of a star. And then you get the trophy. It's that simple. And because Starfruit does a pretty good amount of damage, and I had a squash that I misplaced because I'm an idiot, I was easily able to get the trophy. Then there's Zomquarium. It's pretty much where you just gotta feed zombies brains and then they drop sun. After you get 1,000 sun, you get the trophy. Now, Big Trouble Little Zombie, it's literally just small zombies. But they're faster. Portal Combat, your plants shoot through portals. Zombies can go through the portal as well. Then there's Bobsled Bonanza. It's where a bunch of bobsleds are just like immediately thrown at you pretty hard. Then there's Zombotany 2, which has jalapeno zombies, squash zombies, pretty much just insta-kill zombies, and like the Gatling Pea zombie, which can be. Then there's Dr. Zomboss's Revenge. It's pretty much just a harder version of the original battle. Then I started on Endless Survival, which, to get the Immortal achievement, you need to do 20. You have to get 20 waves done. It's quite a long process. So you start off at one flag. I decided to bring in the double-headed sunflower, or watermelons, and then ice melons. Unfortunately, in Endless Survival, the special plants, the fusion plants, for some reason, they go up in cost every single time you use them. So it can start at like 200, and then it goes up to like 250. No problem at all. So, I was easily able to defeat. Now, you see the Gargantuar with the red eyes. That's the Giga Gigantuar. It's a faster, stronger, overall just pain of a zombie to deal with. So I decided to bring in a bunch of insta-kills, so whenever one came up, I was able to deal with it quickly. I also learned that the evolved Spikeweed can take 3 hits from a Gigantuar, or a Zomboni, or the other, like, catapult zombie. Yeah, 3 hits, which is really good. So I use that most of this in level. Then there's Vasebreaker Endless. This one sure took me a while. So pretty much what I did was I started from the back and saved the guaranteed plants. Of course, there's always RNG within it, but most of the time, you want to have a strategy. Because, like, if you get overwhelmed, especially in the later levels when there's Gigantuars in the vases, it's just a whole pain. But it's pretty much just luck-based and stay hopeful. Well, I was able to do it because, the backwards repeaters and the squashes. Squashes, I'd say you definitely want to save for bucket heads and Gigantuars, because they can 2-hit Gigantuars and 1-hit bucket heads. Bucket heads brought me the most problem here, but like other than that, they weren't that bad to deal with. I'm incredibly lucky that my repeater was able to kill that zombie before it got me, or I'd have lost my streak, which would have been terrible for the play. Now, I cut to the end where, unfortunately, the first 3 vases I break spawns in bucket heads. See, here's the best part. So the lantern, the plantern, that's its name, allows you to see within the pots around it, which can be really helpful because it can help you identify the Gigantuars. You do want to be careful for that. I was really panicking whenever the like insane zombie showed up, because that was really bad. If you can, I would suggest to put your ice piece right in the first lane in front of a bucket head or a Gigantuar, just to stop as minimal damage as possible. And be careful whenever he throws his imp. That can easily screw up your back line. I already had picked up this potato mine and I had no clue what to do with it, so I just kept piling on, trying to make sure I can kill these 2 Gigantuars. everything wasn't really working out, and I was super worried. I was like, oh no, am I not going to be able to do it? But I was able to kill the first and the second one, as long as the potato mine, and then boom. And then I knew, and it was history from there, man. That took me forever to do, but it was actually a pretty fun level. Now, the Tree of Wisdom is quite annoying achievement to get. You have to grow to 100 feet tall, which is insane because every tree food costs 2,500 each time, and then the actual Tree of Wisdom itself costs 10,000 to buy. It's an insane process. So what I did was I set up this certain thing in Last Stand. Last Stand is a game mode in the mini games. So this is pretty much just a compilation of me growing it, but here's my strat that I did. I found it off of YouTube, so thank you for the person who made the tutorial. You load up with puff shrooms and then like the evolved version, so it takes care of all the lanes, then garlic, marigolds, and the golden magnet, and then you just want to load up. I'm gonna show a picture after the compilation's done. But like, yeah, that is how I found it. I think I got around. I think I got 10,000 one game, but that's also because I got extremely lucky because like all my marigolds were just making the gold coins or the diamonds. Really good strat. Now, for finding the Yeti zombie, I didn't realize. I thought it was luck based. I thought it would just show up. Luckily, I was wrong. The way to find the Yeti zombie is that you have to beat the original game mode. Then you have to go to New Game Plus. And in New Game Plus, you got to get all the way up to the fourth world last level where it will show up. It's a guaranteed to show up. And when you kill it, the best part of that is it drops not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 diamonds, which can be great for whatever you need, really. But yeah, so that is pretty much how I did it. It was a lot of fun and everything. And you might be wondering, I know I haven't showed all achievements. It's just because I wasn't able to record all of it. But I'd suggest, my suggestion for the one achievement where you have to kill 2 gigantuars is to load up into endless like survival. We'll get your original setup and all that, but then slowly move into having cob cannons. Then with cob cannons, you can easily just take it out, and it's as simple as that. Now, I forgot to add the mustache mode achievement. I forgot to do that, so it's in here in the beginning, at the end. But yeah, that's how I did it. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. I had a great time replaying Plants vs. Zombies, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. Bye.